Hey there, I'm here and today I'm going to review the 1995 movie Braveheart. So the plot of this movie is this man named William Wallace, played by Mel Gibson, is about to get married, but his bride gets killed by the King of England, and he decides to get revenge on him, and he decides to gather around a bunch of people to become warriors so they can rebel against the King of England and fight for freedom. This is a really good movie. I can definitely see why it's become really beloved. I really, really enjoyed this movie. As I mentioned before in some of my other videos, I do really like war movies. I don't know what it is, but just like they're like action movies, but they're kind of different. Not they aren't like in a like some fun thriller movie. They're kind of like a more intriguing kind of movie, and I really liked it for that because this movie it's a different kind of war movie. Usually, when you think of a war movie, you think of like the U.S. military or something, but no, it takes place like years ago, and it's more of a historical kind of movie, and I do really like it. The acting is great. Mel Gibson, he does his fake Scottish accent might is kind of distracting at first, but when the movie progresses, you get used to it. It becomes less campy and you kind of buy it. And yeah, and he also directed this movie, funny enough. And yeah, he is a talented guy. I mean, yeah, nowadays he's a freaking crazy person, but as an actor and even a filmmaker, I think he's pretty talented. Uh, I'm not sure who else is in this movie, but the acting it's quite good. I do like the relationship between William Wallace and his clan, and the action is really good. This movie, if you thought this was gonna be like a Lord of the Rings style movie, you're wrong. This movie is brutal. Like it's very bloody, but you know what? I appreciate for that because this is based on a true story. So, oh, yeah, the more details you put in, the better. It kind of makes it more interesting. And yeah, I know people, speaking of which, I know people say this movie isn't historically accurate, but yeah, you know what? We're not watching something on the History Channel, okay? Even if they leave out one little detail, does it really affect your enjoyment of the movie? I don't think it does, but and yeah, this movie is quite long, but if you're really prepared for it, I think you'll enjoy it just fine. There is most of the fighting kind of happens in like the second half, but like there is still some in like the first chunk of the movie, but most of it's just dialogue. But if you can get by that, I think you'll enjoy this movie. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a very good movie, and I can see the praise it's given, and I'm glad I gave it a view. So yeah, Braveheart, really, really good movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. So, yeah, that's my review of Braveheart. So, I'll see you later.